It's Talking Reds on a double day for getting giddy, getting childish and getting happy about football, and that's what we're all in it for. Why? Because the fixtures are out, and also it's the first day of the World Cup. So two things there to get excited about, and two things not to argue with people on Twitter about. Just get excited, enjoy it, have a laugh, be boss. Gareth Roberts, Paul Cope. We're going to fly through the fixture list, because we're going to have a look and see what we think. I can tell you what I think before we even start. It's our year. 114 points, number 19.
How many wins is 114 points?
All of them.
Everyone.
Played 38, won 38.
I think that's a bit pessimistic. Get some bonus points in there for like quality of performance, surely.
You'd think,
artistic merit.
Artistic merit, yeah. It should be, shouldn't it? You should get extra points.
If you win every game, you should get a bonus point at least.
Look at all them goals Liverpool scored last year, and loads of them were boss, loads of them were special. You know what I mean? I think you're onto something here. You know, I think you should write.
I think I am. And
FIFA,
I've just come up with that.
You know what I mean? Just off the top of your head.
Fucking hell.
Tell you what. Well, we're kicking off the season on the 11th of August with West Ham United at home. Now, those dildo-loving bastards aren't going to beat us at Anfield, are they? so that's 3 points.
Right like that, is it?
Yeah, it's
right,
like that.
Straight in.
It's like that. It's like that. So there's 3 points for the Reds.
Home win.
18th of August.
We should mark these off as we go through.
Yeah, home win. So there's 3 points.
It's a good first game, that, isn't it? I haven't looked at these before. This is the first.
It's all right. I'm delighted that we're starting off with a fixture at Anfield. I think it's always nice to do so. You can get behind the team can hear you getting behind them. Everyone feels good. It's normally a sunny day. You can have a drink, have a laugh, and it's down for 3 o'clock kickoff.
The 11th of August isn't that far away either, is it?
I know, it's dead soon, isn't it? It's dead soon. And then the next game, the week after, Crystal Palace away. We were speaking to a Crystal Palace fan earlier in the week for the secret project, which you can probably work out if you start to piece it all together. But anyway, and he was really looking forward to Liverpool coming down. So you got your hopes there, mate. We're down second game. What do you reckon? Another 3 points?
Away win.
Everyone talks about them being a bogey team, and yet we've actually got a fairly decent record against them.
No, we'll annihilate them. We'll annihilate them. First game 5-0. We'll start tracking Hodgie's still going to be there, isn't he?
He's going to still be there by then. We won't sack him that early.
Wonder what we've bought Zaha by then. Do you reckon we buy him?
I got told while I was down there speaking to them that Zaha's a bit of a home bird, and he's also on 130 grand a week at Palace. Wow. So by far their best paid player. But he's like from round there, so he's got a lot of mates down there, and the lad anyway, I mean, he's obviously going to tell you like a biased version of events, but he's like, I don't think he's going to move because he likes it, and he's the big fish in the small pond.
He'll just stay at Palace forever. Yeah. It's an optimistic view from a Palace fan.
I liked it. I quite liked that.
Yeah, fair play.
So, but we'll still beat them.
They're still going to get you 5-0.
Yeah, we'll still beat them. 25th of August, Brighton at home, 5-0. 5-0 to the Reds. Yeah.
I think it's a bit unfair, this fixture list, isn't it? The Blues are going to start saying we've made this ourselves. That's 3 easy wins to start with.
Into September, Leicester City away, 5-0 to the Reds. I reckon it'll be a bit harder. Yeah,
Vardy's good, isn't he?
Be a bit harder that game. Maybe they might nick one.
Dejan Lovren will be injured in that game.
But we'll still win. And then 15th of September, we're playing Tottenham Hotspur at the new White Hart Lane, and this is going to be the first game at the new stadium. Again, that's going to be against us.
Why are they doing that thing where they're not ready?
Yeah, they're doing the we're not ready thing and playing away. Yeah, and then that's the first ever game at the new ground. So, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing?
It's a good thing.
I think it's a good thing.
I'm literally recording. Neil wants us to do a review today of Spurs' season from last year. And when I got the email through, I was like, it's interesting. Don't know anything about Spurs. So I've had a little look this morning and reading through. And it's dead easy. I always think this about like footy seasons go dead quick, don't they? Like we're sitting here now doing this again. Like we're at another World Cup. I was thinking about this yesterday. Like how old we're getting these days. I remember a time thinking, oh God, imagine when the 2018 World Cup comes around, I'll be 38 nearly then. That's now. And this is another season. But the thing about footy seasons is they simultaneously go dead quick, and at the end feel dead long. Because when you look back to the start of last season, Spurs were terrible at home. There was a thing going on that they can't win.
They can't win at Wembley. Yeah.
And as I was reading it, I was thinking, well, surely that impact will be the same when you move to a new stadium. Yeah. Just because you say, oh, this is our home now, doesn't mean it doesn't affect you.
And your brain doesn't like recognise it as your home, does it? It's like, I guess like when you run out at Anfield, say, the players sort of know where to look. They know where, like, you know, the missus is going to be and the kids and all that, and they know everything about it. It feels like home. The adrenaline will be pumping. But the first time you go out in a new gaff, I mean, they'll probably play a friendly, won't they, and things like that. But you've seen, haven't you, like a hangover, like Arsenal had it when they moved to the Emirates and things like that, didn't they? So yeah, we'll beat them 5-0. Okay. 22nd of September, Liverpool V Southampton at Anfield. Piece of piss. 29th of September, Chelsea v Liverpool. Early visit to Stamford Bridge for the Reds, and that's followed by Liverpool v Manchester City.
That's big, isn't it?
That's down for the 6th of October. All of these subject to change, obviously. Once Sky, BT, Amazon, and anyone else who's showing footy these days, I don't know, Poundland or something.
We should have a little X Factor. Did you ever do X Factor predictions at home? I used to do like a little at the start. Do your little envelope. We should do a little prediction.
Right, okay.
How many of these are going to be 3 o'clock? They're all down pretty much as 3 o'clock on Saturday. I'd guess 2 of them all season.
Yeah, there's absolutely loads.
Because we're brilliant to watch. Did you see the thing about the TV audiences after the Champions League final? Basically, everyone just wants to watch us or Man United, so the TV companies know that. So Amazon are going to say, can we have Liverpool or United, please? BT and Sky are going to do the same thing. And we play Spurs, Chelsea and City in our first, 8 games there.
Yeah.
But they're all getting moved.
They're all on the telly. They're all on the telly, defo. After City, then 20th of October, we're up to here, Huddersfield Town away, followed by Cardiff City at home. The 3rd of November, Arsenal v Liverpool. 5-0 to Liverpool, Sam, that one.
I'm a big fan of, do you know what I'm a big fan of in this so far?
Lots of 5-0s.
Well, apart from that, we get all of loads of our big away games out the way. Early doors, and we've got revenge missions there. So to pick up, I always think, how do we improve on last season? And literally, if we just go to and draw at Spurs and draw at Chelsea, sound.
It's all right, isn't it? Yeah.
And then they're done. You don't have to play them again.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
There
isn't information for you.
There isn't what I would call a boss away there, really. But maybe, I mean, Spurs away to the new ground, I suppose you can big that one up. That'd be quite good, I suppose. Yeah. But some of those, there's not like a lovely trip. So what I mean by that is, the first ones I was looking for, I've got to be honest. I'm looking for the derby and Man United, and I was actually looking for Bournemouth and Brighton because I thought I fancy a little time by the sea.
Well, Sam was saying that to me before. I've never been to either of those places, and honestly, the number of times you all bang on about it now, I just hear Neil talking about Brighton constantly.
It is good.
I don't think I might never go, because it'll be like when I first watched Jurassic Park and everyone went on about it that much. I was like, it was crap.
Was crap? Was a bit crap.
Was it just the hype? Like, if I'd have just gone to see that film,
I only watched it last year.
Would I have gone? It was good, that.
I watched it and I was like,
you might have been my argument there then. So black. This is really completely off topic. I watched the new Superman film with my wife on a plane, and we got right to the end of it, and I went to her, what did you think of it? And she went, unrealistic. Superman, unrealistic. It's a film about a fella who flies around in a cape and does lasers out of his eyes. Unrealistic.
I don't even know where we're up to, but we're playing Bournemouth in December, and we're playing Bournemouth away in December and Brighton away in January. So well in fixture list, Biffs. We wanted to go when it was sunny, obviously, and sit on the beach and
this is a conspiracy.
It is a conspiracy.
You've gone on about that much that someone's gone.
I think it is.
In the random generator. Put them in the winter.
Maybe Sky can box it. I mean, you can sort everything else. So can you sort it so that we can play one of these games in the sunshine, please? Okay, so what else? Liverpool v Fulham, 10th of November. Watford v Liverpool, 24th. The first derby is at the start of December, 1st of December. That feels like a date we've played them on before. Do you know what I mean? Do you know the way loads of this is not random?
Yeah.
And loads of it, they speak to the police forces, don't they? And
yeah.
When Sky has these mad weekends, don't they, derby weekends?
Yeah. Are you saying that's not random?
Of course, it's fucking not. It came out the other week, didn't it? It was it's even less random than you thought. It was supposed to be a little bit, and it's hardly at all.
I love the way does even anyone pretend it's random anymore? When Sky are we've just randomly got 4 big games on one weekend again.
I can't be bothered doing the whole list now, you know.
I know.
We've come this far.
I was about to say to you.
I thought it was a good idea, but like we're only in December. Well, we've got the Manx in December, 15th of December. It's currently down for. That's another one that people obviously look out for. Crimbo, around Crimbo, we've got Newcastle at home on Boxing Day. And we've got Arsenal at home on the 29th, and we've got Manchester City away on New Year's Day. And then, 11 days off, and then we go to Brighton.
That's crap, isn't it?
And we finish
away on New Year's Day.
I know. It's not like a great trip, and it's like, I don't know.
I hate games on New Year's Day. Why can't they just jib that? Who wants a game on New Year's Day?
I know, because you're supposed to have had a bevy the night before, aren't you?
Isn't that the idea?
Yeah. Anyway, we're finishing at home as well. We finish at home to Wolverhampton. And
this is something else. Sorry to keep interrupting you.
The running.
This is what I always look at.
The running.
I like the running.
Go on.
Because once you've got all your big games out the way, then it's about are you going to win the league. And the way to check if you're going to win a league is look at the last 5 games. And we play Chelsea at home, and then we're away to Cardiff, home to Huddersfield, away to Newcastle, home to Wolves. That's a league win, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good run.
The 114 points should box it off, I would say.
There's another thing to say about the fixture list without going through every single one. We're not doing that now, I've decided. But the other one is the way it works around Champions League games, because obviously traditionally there's been hangovers from going out to far-flung places in Europe and that sort of stuff. So match day 1, basically, I mean, again, this doesn't feel very random. Basically, before we play every European game, we're away from home. And after every European game, we're at home. That's the way it's randomly being drawn out. So match day 1 was Spurs away before it, and after it was Southampton at home. Match day 2, Chelsea away before it, Man City home after. That's a bit of a tough one, that's in October. Match day 3, also October, before we play Huddersfield away, after we play Cardiff at home. Match day 4, before it we play Arsenal away, after it we play Fulham at home. Match day 5, before it we play Watford away, after it we play Everton at home. And match day 6, before it we play Bournemouth away, and after it we play Manchester United at home. So, I mean, what do you reckon of it being that way round? I quite like the home ones being after every time. That feels like they're then more winnable.
Honestly, I promise I hadn't looked at this before, and we said before we started, we're just going to talk about how we're going to win the league. It's starting to feel as we go through this that someone's written this so that we win the league. Isn't it? Yeah. Don't you think?
Yeah, it's sad. It's honestly, it's boxed.
To have
get on the ale tonight because it's number 19's coming.
I think they might as well just give it to us now.
It's done.
I can't wait for all the people who aren't Liverpool fans who watch this to get on our backs.
I know.
Every year.
I already put that up. I've already tweeted it 9 o'clock this morning. Just got up, looking at my phone. Do you know Fixtures come in and I just put it's our year.
Do you know what's all left? I'll send this out after we've finished. All that's left is the final piece of the jigsaw.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
We get the final piece of the jigsaw in the summer, and then it's our year, and we're done. Never said that before. That's being at home after every Champions League game is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
No travelling, no issues, got full recovery. Perfect. I mean, there's some tough games in there, other than, there's Man United and City, but I mean, Everton home, that's like a freebie, innit?
It's a gimme. It's a gimme, isn't it?
Free 3
it's
points.
It's like 3 points in your hand.
This might be the first time, actually. I've talked about this in the past. You'll change the rules like in cricket where you can just declare it.
Yeah.
I reckon they might just give us that one.
Yeah, they may as well.
Marco Silva's a clever fella, isn't he?
Yeah,
so he'll probably go, I'll rest the
lads.
You have the 3 points. We'll just take a 4-0 defeat.
I think that's perfectly fair. Let's see if it happens. Okay then, it's also the World Cup, the start of the World Cup today. Won't be doing loads on this because we've done a few podcasts on it, so if you want World Cup chat, go and have a listen to them. They're free. The reason they're free is because they're in association with Redsbet. They very kindly are our main sponsor, and they're allowing us to put a few more things out for free, hopefully so people get on board and give it a listen and all that, and eventually subscribe to the Anfield Wrap. That's the big idea on it. So out there already, there was a gutter yesterday where Rob Gutman gets down and dirty with the tabloid tattle and has a look who Liverpool might sign, could sign and probably won't sign, and discusses all the links. Very popular show, people love that one. Also, I had a chat with Simon Hart yesterday, who's written a book about Italia 90, which is one of my first memories of a World Cup, one that I remember properly. Really enjoyed the chat with him. He's put a lot of effort into the book. He's written World in Motion. Would highly recommend it. I'm not just saying it because he interviewed him and he come in. I've been reading it. It's dead good. loads of research. It took him over a year to do it. He's been to 10 countries. You know, he went to Cameroon and found Roger Miller. Do you know what I mean? Things like that. Absolutely brilliant. And he said like he was WhatsApping Roger Miller saying like, will you be in Cameroon on such a date? And he was coming back just going like, I might be. Just come over.
I love that bit. That was a great bit. Just come over. Just come over to Cameroon.
Just pop over. I might be and I might not.
Imagine having Roger Miller on your WhatsApp.
Brilliant.
I love that as like the back end of this book. The interview is really good, by the way. If you can get over the fact Robbo's on it, Simon Hart's really good. But if you like, imagine that. Like if he's been messaging all these people, and then you know when you go through your phone, you've got all these WhatsApp groups, and like at some future point he's going to have to go. Yeah, exit the Roger Miller group.
You'd stay in it forever.
I'd just stay in. Just send them a message every now and then.
I'd just like send them a little gif of his celebrations every now and again. You know, like just
He'd probably love that, wouldn't he? He'd probably love it.
So that is a really good show and a really good listen, and as I say, give the book a go as well. And what else is happening? There's Fixture reaction show, as I mentioned. So the lads were in early this morning. They've reacted in depth to the fixtures rather than just fucking it off when they got bored like we did. There's also a pro view being recorded today. Now, hopefully you listened to the last one with Stephen Warnock. It was really good. He opened up. I had another listen to it yesterday. I listened back so I could prepare for the next one, which we're recording today. And so that even on, you know, like I was on it, but second listen, it was dead interesting because I'd forgot little bits and bobs that he'd said. Really interesting, good insight into being a pro, the highs and the lows, and he discussed some of the lows. And
it was quality, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really good. And like today we're going to be talking about Steve's England caps. He got 2 of them, but he was also in an England squad for a World Cup 2010 in South Africa. So we'll be asking him about what that was like. What it was like to be part of that, what Fabio Capello was like and all that kind of stuff. And we'll go through the rest of his career as well. So Leeds, Derby, Wigan, Burton, I might have missed someone at Bradford. We'll be doing all that with him today. Really looking forward to it. Myself and Cope and Steve Warnock. So look out for that one. Other shout is that it's Father's Day on Sunday. We've got t-shirts, mugs, stickers and subscriptions to the Anfield Wrap which come in like a gift card. There's 3, 6 and 12 month options. If you order any from our website today for your old fella, if you order it by today or by midday tomorrow, Gibbo has promised he will get it out there, shipped out to you in time to hand over to your old fella on Sunday. So decent gift if you haven't thought of anything. A bit better than just popping down the garage on Sunday morning and getting them some Maltesers, isn't it? You know what I mean? Soz Dad if you're watching, I know you watch. We've also got a new website as well, new layout, new look. So we'd appreciate any feedback on that. Let us know what you think of it. Let us know what works, what doesn't, any things that we need to tweak and all that sort of stuff. Drop us a tweet, send us a message on Facebook, send us a message on Instagram, whatever you want. Put something on YouTube. All the usual ways of getting hold of us. But yeah, World Cup starts today in Russia. Starts off with the home nation against Saudi Arabia. 4 o'clock kickoff, I think it is. Is that right? Yes. Yeah, 4 o'clock kickoff in Moscow. Obviously opening ceremony beforehand. And I just want to give a shout out as well, because this is old school and boss. When Saturday comes, which is a long-term football fanzine, great little story about how it was set up and now it's still going after all these years. I don't buy it as often as I used to, because I've turned into one of them internet dickheads. But this is free with this month's old school World Cup wall chart. Absolutely love it. Love it. So how much of the World Cup are you going to watch, Kobe?
Well, considering I didn't realise it was on. Well, I knew it was on. I didn't realise it started today. Yeah, but I've decided I'm going to get into it. And now that I've got a completely flexible schedule, I might start booking meetings around this. So you're going to be saying to me, can you come in and do this show? And I'm going to say,
nah, I'm watching Egypt,
Costa Rica, Serbia's on that day, lad. So yeah, I'm going to watch as much as I can. But the problem I always have with World Cups is there's always a boss game, isn't there? That's like a 5-4.
A random one.
But it's always a random one.
Yeah.
And it's dead. I find myself, I'll sit down to watch Portugal, Spain, and it'll be a draw, a boring 1-1 draw. And then Morocco, Iran will be like a belter, and I'll have missed that.
Yeah.
And that's
you'll be like, I'm not watching Australia, Peru.
Exactly.
And it'll be like 7-5 or something.
Yeah.
I mean, who'd you fancy in it? Everyone's going with the obvious ones. We had a bit of a draw in Avenue HQ yesterday. I got Switzerland. Sound. Craig Hannon got Brazil. So I think he's got more hopes than I have there.
You reckon?
But just a little bit. But I like, you know what I really like about it, and I was talking about this with Sam, and I just like when you get like a random team that you don't expect to do anything.
Yeah.
Like that's why the '90 World Cup for me was boss, because you had Cameroon, you had Costa Rica, and there's the stories around that are brilliant. Do you know what I mean?
Like, you retweeted it the other day when
they're all booting Canija.
Just booted.
Oh,
just
amazing.
Booted, literally went on the pitch against Argentina and we're literally just going to kick them off the pitch. Like, and that was a story on that podcast you did with Simon Hart, wasn't it? Where they were saying, oh no, we said that in the tunnel. Like, we're watching them being all dead cocky. We're like, we won't be dead cocky in a few minutes, mate, because we're just going to boot you up the arse.
Literally studs here. One of the Argentina players gets studs here.
It's funny that as well, isn't it? Like seeing how footy's changed.
Yeah.
Like that, the way Canija got through 2 of those tackles before someone...
And he stumbled and then it's just like...
But the other 2 fellas were fine. They never got booked or anything.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I think there will be a couple of little surprise things, and I think England could be one of them, to be honest. I just think, I love the way this is the first time in my lifetime that like the country's just a bit like meh about England, and it's ironically for all the people who support Liverpool who just don't really like England at all, like this is the first time I can hear everyone sort of going, I'm all right with them this time. Now. Yeah. We've got Southgate and Trent in.
There's no one to hate, is there?
No.
There's not a hate figure. I mean, look, that band that follow them round, they can do
that's
one.
A different conversation.
And like, you know, they're singing about like IRA and 2 World Wars and all that. Them blades can do one. But the actual people involved, I mean, I really liked the way that Gareth Southgate had that open media day, and he's literally gone to his comms team and said, we need a better relationship with the media, with the fans. We need to open up. We don't need it to be like closed off and make out we're dead different to the people who are watching at home. Yeah. And that's really clever, that, and I like that. So, you know, I can't get it in me to hate Gareth Southgate. Not yet.
I don't know, and I don't think we will.
He's all right.
I reckon it might be this really weird dynamic in this World Cup where people in Liverpool all of a sudden are like, oh, it was all right, and the rest of the country hates them.
Imagine Trent. Come on, Trent, anyway.
Yeah.
Team Trent.
The other one as well, and it is worth listening to the preview shows on the Anfield Wrap, because I'm not on them, and I don't know anything about it. But there's lads on it who just seem to know about stuff, and it was interesting to listen to. And I actually think, and I'm with Neil on this, like everyone else on the I think it was the second show that he did, disagreed with him, but I'm with him. I think Belgium are massive dark horses in this, and everyone else was saying, but Martinez has done nothing. Martinez won the FA Cup with Wigan. He won the FA Cup with Wigan and he beat Man City in the final.
And this is a cup competition? It's
a cup competition, and I'm not being funny, they have got some boss players. Like their team on paper, if he can get them clicking and get them through, obviously through the group, which he should do. I don't know, I wouldn't fancy coming up against them in the knockout stages if I was Brazil. Would you?
Definitely not. No, as you say, good players, and we'll see. And there's always a dark horse that emerges from somewhere that none of the experts tip, so we'll see.
Who's your tip to be there's always the opposite end, isn't there? Someone boss who crashes out.
Yeah, someone boss who's shit.
Who's your tip for that?
I mean, I don't know if we can say Russia a boss.
No,
they're probably not. And but what normally happens, like the home nation normally plays all right, don't they, and do all right. I'm tipping them not to. I'm going to say they're going to completely bomb it, and that Egypt are going to get out of that group. Uruguay are going to get out of that group. I quite fancy Uruguay. I don't know why, but I've always liked. You won't be surprised by this, mate, but like I've always just liked.
Let me guess what it is about Uruguay you like.
But I read I don't know if it was a book or like an extended article. Oh no, it was in 442 ages and ages and ages ago. But it was like an extended piece on Uruguay, just like as a nation, what they're like, how they're brought up, how they play football, and I absolutely loved it.
Have you ever done your like family tree, like heritage? You might have Uruguayan in you somewhere.
Scott. I've got Scott in me.
That doesn't overly surprise me. Like
everyone always thinks Gareth Roberts. Oh, whereabouts in Wales you're from? Nowhere. I haven't got any Welsh in me. It's English, Scouse, and then it goes Scott. But anyway, okay, that'll do us, I think, for today. It's been Talking Reds. Listen to all those shows, buy all the stuff off the website, let us know what you think of the website, anfieldwrap.com. Thanks for that. See you tomorrow.